Good morning and welcome to my channel. I'm Nancy Henderson, author of historical and contemporary romance. You can visit my website at nancyhendersonbooks.com or nancyhendersonauthor.com. I received a couple questions about my journey of self-publishing and my entire publishing journey, I guess. So I thought I'd talk about that today. I first became published in 2003. I was offered a contract with a traditional publisher. I went on and published 6 other books through traditional publishing between 2003 and 2012. I got into self-publishing. I knew about it in 2010, and I didn't think much about it. I thought it would take a lot of skill sets that I didn't have, and I really was skeptical about the profits that authors were claiming that they were making from it. So I still went with traditional publishing. I tried to find an agent. I went through that route. I had a book tied up with one of them for a year, and then they got a bite, if you will, from a top 5 traditional publisher, and we got very close with that. They did have an editorial meeting, which led to a senior staff meeting about the book. But unfortunately, it was almost 2 years at the time that it was tied up during. It was tied up during for about 2 years, and unfortunately, they rejected it. They decided they didn't want to go with it after all. They gave no reason why, which was very discouraging, and it really left a sour taste in my mouth. So I decided to go with self-publishing to give it a try. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to just put one book out there, see what happens. So I did a lot of reading, bought some books on it, things like that, and I was really overwhelmed. But I decided to put Shadow's Promise out there, one of my historical Indian books, and I could not believe it. I actually turned a profit with it, and not only that, but I did it. I mean, I did all the steps that it took. I accomplished the learning curve that it took to upload your books, to do your formatting, things like that. And I was just amazed. And the fact that it turned a profit, it was like, wow, So I went on and I published. I published Bounty. I published Four Winds. I got the rights back from a traditional publisher for Blackbird, and I published that all through self-publishing, and the readers kept coming, and I turned a profit, and I had a lot of fun. And I love the fact that I can control the characters and I can do a series on it. And with traditional publishing, I had another series that I wanted to do. I published 2 books traditionally in this series, and which is now out of print. Um, and I wanted to publish 3 more, and they said no. They pulled the plug on it. They said that, they didn't feel that readers would be interested in it. They felt that the paranormal market was saturated, and so that was it was dead in the water. There was nothing more I could do with it, and I really didn't like that. Had I self-published those books, I'd probably have 10 books in that series out now. I do have plans to open that file up again and see what I can do with it. But right now I've been too busy and I haven't had time. But I do plan to get that out again and see what happens. But yeah, so you can't really, I mean, I could have wrote 10 books in that series, but the publisher would be like, no, we're not publishing anymore. So why do that? Why not focus my energy on things that I know I can sell? But with self-publishing, I would have never had that problem to begin with. So for me, that alone is worth self-publishing, and I don't know if I would ever try to court an agent again, try to get a traditional contract. At this point, I really doubt if I would try that again. I like the self-publishing way too much. The only downside of the self-publishing is you do have to wear a lot of hats. You essentially become your own publisher. You become your marketer. You set up your advertising. You become your own accountant. you learn profit loss statements very quickly. Um, you can hire an assistant, which at this time I do not have. I may do that in the future. I don't know. But for when you're first starting out, you are all those things. You are wearing all those hats, and it can be overwhelming. And you can easily forget that you need to continue to carve out writing time. You need to continually be putting out those new words every day. Every morning, I put out 2,500 words minimum. If I don't always get those, if I'm having a rough day, if I have something that's just I really need to get done in the morning, I won't get to those, but I really religiously make a conscious effort to get those 2,500 words out minimum, or else I'm never going to have new content to give readers. And that in itself is way more important than doing all the other stuff. It still has to be done, but the new words are what is important. Keep writing those words, keep putting out the new material. So yeah, it's overwhelming and it's frustrating at times and it's difficult and it's exhausting, but it's also wonderful. I mean, it is. I love it. It makes me so happy, and readers like you, you guys are amazing. The things that you've reached out to me and your friendships, your comments, it's just been amazing, and I love you guys, and I thank you so much, and thank you for taking this writer's journey with me. It's been so much fun. It's been the journey of a lifetime, and I hope to continue it for many years to come. So thank you. If you like this video, please comment or thumbs up or share. And you can visit my website at nancyhendersonbooks.com or nancyhendersonauthor.com. Thanks. Bye.